Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes.
As the Minister of Physical Planning and Environment, I feel obligated to make this brief statement as we celebrate and reflect on the earth and its meaning to mankind.
Minister of Environment, the Honorable Spencer Brand, made an address on Monday, April 22nd, to mark the observance of Earth Day 2019. As noted by Minister Brand, Earth Day is set aside to focus on a theme to bring awareness to issues that are affecting the planet's atmosphere, water, sea, and land. This year's theme is Protect Our Species.
Nevis has a population of 12,277 people, according to the last census, and a land area of 36 square miles. We can therefore deduce that due to our small size, our contribution to climate change and the degradation of the environment is negligible. However, we still have an obligation to ensure that in our small space in the world, there is balance in our activities, which, if not controlled, regulated, and reversed, could cause an extinction of our species of plants, animals, insects, and other living organisms, and consequently threaten our very survival. This is why, despite our size, it is still imperative for action from all stakeholders, because every little activity, project, program, or act counts in protecting and preserving our species.
Minister Brand stated that working together, public awareness, education and research, and changing our lifestyle practices can contribute to reversing negative trends and protect our species.
I thank and commend all the institutions, organizations, and individuals who consciously engage in meaningful activities, projects, and programs to protect our species and to help heal the wounds inflicted on the earth by humanity. These include the Department of Physical Planning and Environment, the Nevis Water Department, the Department of Agriculture, the Nevis Department of Marine Resources, and other government agencies. I commend and thank all the active non-governmental organizations, especially the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, the NHCS, for their steady and significant contribution to our island, and no doubt to the protection of our species.
Meantime, Minister of Environment, the Honorable Spencer Brand, along with Premier and the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley, and the Minister of Culture, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, participated in a tree planting exercise today, Tuesday, April 23rd. The activity was coordinated by the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, NHCS, who is hosting a series of activities as it observes Earth Day. Today's tree planting exercise was a continuation of the Society's project to reforest Coconut Walk at New River.
Nevis Historical and Conservation Society decided to reforest one coastline, and the site chosen was New River Coconut Walk because of its historical value. This project is funded by United Nations Development Program through JEF, and NHCS is the lead agency in the implementation of the project. We are partnering with various government ministries, among them Ministry of Tourism, Public Works, Water Department, and Agriculture, and various community groups, including youth groups like Hope, Nevis. We appreciate all the government departments that have partnered with us to create this environment.
Premier Brantley thanked the NHCS for spearheading the project.
The Nevis Island Administration is committed to the environment, and my being here, beside the symbolism of it, is really to indicate that you have our support at the very highest levels of the government. This project is a very important project, but more than this project, we want to see planting of trees, that tradition that we've always had in Nevis, that will continue. I think that this today, for me, is a start of what the government intends to do. but it is also to show a very, very keen support of the efforts of the NHCS and the efforts of Mr. Amri and the efforts that all have put into this very beautiful site here. And I would encourage, of course, the people of Nevis to come and see what is being done here at Coconut Walk. It's a project that I know a lot of people have done a lot of work on, and it is something that we commend.
Executive Director of the NHCS, Pauline Gunjiri, and Coordinator of the New River Coconut Walk Reforestation Project, Keith Lee Amri, are hopeful that today's tree planting would encourage others to do the same. Meantime, this evening, as the NHCS continues to observe Earth Day, the Society is hosting a public lecture by Caribbean naturalist and environmental consultant Kevin Lindsay on the theme Protecting Our Species, Threats to Biodiversity in Nevis. From Saturday 20th to Saturday 27th April, St. Kitts and Nevis is joining with the Pan American Health Organization PAHO and the rest of the region to celebrate Vaccination Week in the Americas. The week highlights the efforts by PAHO member states to advance equity and access to vaccination, strengthen national immunization programs, raise population awareness of the importance of immunization, and keep vaccines on the forefront of political agendas.
The slogan this year is Protect Your Community. Do your part. #GetVax. This slogan was chosen as a firm call to action by the various countries and communities of the region. It serves as a reminder of the important role we play collectively in supporting vaccination and preventing the spread of deadly vaccine-preventable diseases. This call to action for our communities is even more relevant in recent times with the resurgence of the infectious disease measles. It demonstrates how the action of a group of persons can negatively impact a community. An outbreak of measles in one territory has the potential to spread quickly to other territories, especially those with a low uptake of vaccines.
As announced by the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, Junior Minister of Health in the Nevis Island Administration, this year the island's community-based nursing services is observing Vaccination Week in the Americas with a number of activities.
1. Health education sessions on vaccine-preventable diseases at antenatal clinics, child health clinics, nurseries, daycares, and preschools across the island. 2. A measles outbreak simulation exercise for healthcare workers. And 3. A mop-up campaign for default children. Vaccination has been proven to be an effective method of primary prevention, and the evidence has demonstrated its benefit with the eradication of a number of infectious diseases. Best wishes to our community health services during this vaccination week, and let us all do our part to protect our communities.
Still to come,
the successes gained are threatened by those who refuse to vaccinate their children.
we will give you the details after this break. Welcome back.
Vaccination has been proven to be an effective method of primary prevention, and the evidence has demonstrated its benefit with the eradication of a number of infectious diseases. However, the successes gained are threatened by those who refuse to vaccinate their children.
In her address to mark the observance of Vaccination Week, Junior Minister of Health, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, highlights the ongoing efforts by the health sector to increase awareness of and access to vaccination. She notes that since the first observance of Vaccination Week in 2003, PAHO member states have celebrated the elimination of 6 diseases.
Here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we have achieved a number of milestones over the years. These include maintenance of approximately 97% average coverage of our children against diseases such as hepatitis B, polio, H. influenza, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, measles, mumps, and rubella. Since 1956, there has been no confirmed cases of poliomyelitis, and since 1984, no confirmed cases of measles or rubella in the Federation. Noteworthy is that in 2015, the hepatitis B vaccine at birth was reintroduced, and the influenza vaccine is also listed for the vulnerable groups of our population. Plans are in place to introduce the human papillomavirus HPV vaccine later this year. Additionally, the implementation of the electronic immunization registry at our health centers ensures real-time data collection on the expanded program on immunization.
According to Minister Brandy Williams, the NIA's Ministry of Health will continue to do its part to strengthen and support the immunization program.
However, the successes gained are threatened by those who refuse to vaccinate their children. These decisions can ultimately have significant public health implications. We have a duty to protect our children, our communities, our federation, our region, and our world. The community healthcare workers will continue to work on the ground to ensure that all relevant groups in our communities have the education about vaccines and the opportunity to be vaccinated.
The theme for Vaccination Week is Protect Your Community, Do Your Part, #GetVax. The community-based nursing services is observing Vaccination Week, April 20th to 27th, with a series of activities including a mop-up campaign for defaulter children. Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, held a special Easter Monday luncheon for recruits of the 43rd Training Course of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force as a way of showing appreciation to the men and women who willingly answered the call of duty to serve the Twin Island Federation. At the luncheon at the Blue Seafood Restaurant at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, Prime Minister Harris thanked each recruit for stepping up to serve the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. The training program at the Police Training School for course number 43 was temporarily suspended earlier this year to allow the recruits, inspectors, corporals, and other officers attached to the training school to be reassigned to areas most in need of manpower support. In this regard, the National Security Minister recorded his sincere appreciation to the recruits for helping to maintain the peace and security in the country. Course number 3 consists of recruits from St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, Grenada, and Jamaica. Prime Minister Harris expressed his special appreciation to those who came from neighboring islands, saying he is glad that they are getting acclimatized and acculturated in the ways of St. Kitts and Nevis. The successful participants of course number 43, who are being assessed on physical training, self-defense, written assessments of criminal law, evidence and procedure, general duties, weapons training, and community policing, are expected to pass out in July of this year. Also attending the luncheon were Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security Osmond Petty, Acting Commissioner of Police Hilroy Brandy, Assistant Commissioner of Police Andre Mitchell, Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police MacArthur Brown, Director of the Forensics Department Latoya Lake Marshall, and Commandant of the Police Training School Inspector Eldrin Dickinson. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here in the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.
Everybody have a good time. We're enjoying ourselves. We're having fun.
Love, passion, pride. Culturama 45. The Caribbean's greatest summer line. We are alive from July 26th to August 6th.